Good morning. How are you guys? How's it going? I hope y'all are doing well. Let's see. Who do we have? First was taken by Lazy. Thank you so much, Lazy, for taking my first today. Makes me very, very happy that you could be my first. Then Daily Pillows, we've got Egg, Jeremy, Lazy, Shorts, Lord Tavish, Barb, Chaos, and Magikarp, as well as Jacob on YouTube. Hi, Jacob. Let's go ahead and pop this out. There we go. That way I can see that. Teehee. Alrighty. Today is Tarot Thursday, baby. Oh my gosh, I'm so eepy. I'm just an eepy little guy. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's pull these cards out, yeah? We got some more water. We're grabbing the tarot cards. You're yawning because you're tired? Never. I could never be tired of y'all. I'm just yawning because I'm sleepy. I only got like 5 hours of sleep. Technically less. Like 4.5 hours of sleep. I fell asleep late. I was working. But I'm here because I couldn't stand to be away from y'all. Yawning. This too is a sleep spell. Oh my god. No, it's funny. Whenever I hear the Go to Sleep Little Baby song, I actually do start yawning. The do 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 do. I literally start yawning and shit when I hear that. It's crazy. I feel like an actual little baby. They really hit with that one. That one's a sleeper agent. Also, for those of you who may or may not have difficulty actually typing in chat, if you can't type in chat, you might have to like disable 7TV. I hear it's a bug right now. It's 7TV. In case you use 7TV, that's why you can't type in chat. Just letting you know. If you don't have 7TV, you should be fine though. Alrighty, let's see who we got in the queue. First up is Lazy. Oh my gosh, Ignibly Ace, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, so first up in the queue is Lazy, who wants a love reading. And then after Lazy is Grilled Egg, who also wants a love reading. We've got Chaos the Clown, who wants a general reading. Lord Tavish, who wants some advice for streaming. Mexican Magikarp asking, are there other Magikarp in the sea? Yeah, that's the current queue so far. I've been following on YouTube, didn't know there was a Twitch. yeah, there is yeah, I figured yours was a love reading. There is a Twitch. I multi-stream. Actually, I've been on Twitch longer than I've been on YouTube, which is even funnier. But I'm so happy you found me from YouTube. Welcome in. Yeah, this is where I do all my live stream stuff. So, lots of tarot streams, lots of art streams, lots of visual novel streams. They're all archived on my YouTube as well, since I multi-stream. But this is like the primary place I stream. This is where all the chatters are. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Alright, well let's go ahead and start with Lazy's love reading. Lots of love readings today. I do love to see it. Yeah, I got my water. Should be good. Still waking up. First reading, first bullies. Well, we don't know if it's gonna bully you. We don't know that yet. For all we know, it could say something very, very nice to you. Let's see, so the love reading for lazy. Okay. That's an interesting combo. Let me just scooch these over out the way. Alright, we got all three of the cards for you, Lazy. Let's go ahead and put them up on the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. Starting with... And then we follow that up with... There we go. And the third card is... There we go. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow, Ignibly. Okay, we got all the cards. So, in order of left to right, Lazy, for your love reading, we have the Sun, we have the reverse Three of Swords, and we have the reverse Five of Coins. So we start with the Sun. The Sun is like a card of warmth and light and optimism and happiness. It's enjoying the simple things in your life, right? You're sort of taking things in stride. You're trying to find, you know, the silver lining on the cloud, right? And it feels especially so because we have that right next to the reverse Three of Swords, which I think we got the Three of Swords for you last time we did a reading. But like the Three of Swords is normally like a card of like heartbreak, you know, the end of a relationship. In its reverse though, it's kind of like the healing of and like the lessening of pain and of heartbreak, right? So it feels like you're kind of working through what has already happened in the past, and that's sort of helping push you forward in the direction you actually want to go, right? Because like I said, it's very much like a card of like the relationship may have ended, but it feels like the pain is also starting to lessen as well. It's not as much stabbing you in the chest anymore, right? Three of Swords seems to be a recurring card. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this time it's upside down, so it feels like you're healing, right? You're healing from it, whatever it was. And then we follow it up with the reverse Five of Coins. And the reverse Five of Coins is a card of a trial by fire, right? It's inner power being unlocked because of the difficulties that you've gone through. This is actually helping you further along. Like this is like whenever the main character in like the anime unlocks the next level of their ability because they went up against a really tough opponent, it's literally that, right? But like for love, I guess. So it feels like because things didn't work out initially with whatever the previous relationship was or whatever the previous person was or the previous situation, whatever it is, because things didn't work out, it feels like you've like learned and you've grown and you've kind of like evolved from that, you know? So I think that is certainly something nice to have there for that kind of thing. It definitely does feel like you know, things are getting better. You're growing, you're moving forward, and all that good stuff. So I think this is a pretty positive reading. It feels like you're opening yourself up for the future, which I focus on over summer break. Also, you could just say ace ignibly from a fake word generator. Oh my gosh, look at you. Yeah, okay, I'll call you ace. I'll call you ace. But yeah, there you go. I told you it wasn't necessarily gonna be a roast. It feels like you're heading on the right path, you know. I don't know if you've necessarily found love just yet, but it feels like your heart's opening up and you're healing and you're growing. You're preparing yourself for love, you know, wherever it might come from. So there's that. But there you go, lazy. I hope that helped. Fingers crossed. This reading was good actually and was really helpful. Yeah. Ace like the 999 character. No, we're gonna assume they're not like Ace the 999 character. Please don't be like Ace from 999. Alright, well, next up in the queue is Grilled Egg, and Grilled Egg also wants a love reading. They said no. True. Oh my gosh. He's a fun character, but he's a bad person. Alright, well, let's see what we got for Grilled Eggs love reading. Time for me to get some sleep. Yeah, good night, Lazy. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. Like I said, I hope the tarot reading helps. It feels very reassuring, so. Ace like Luffy's brother, Luffy's brother. I also don't watch One Piece. I can't watch One Piece. I don't like the art style. It's not saying the art style is bad. It's just an art style I personally don't like. And so therefore I cannot watch One Piece. I get why the art style looks like that. I understand it's a stylistic choice. I understand the reasoning behind it. In terms of like the lore of like the world and like how the characters act. I just don't like it. So I can't. So I can't. I'm very picky when it comes to art style. Ace like the Umasume Norn Ace. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. You're an Umasume now. You're a horse girl. How's that make you feel, Ace? I need to get into Umasume. I literally last stream, like what, like two days ago on Tuesday, I literally streamed my my Champions Cup race against other players, and I won, baby. I got first and second place against the other Umas, so call that shit a sweep. It is fun, but it is also easy to get burnt out if you aren't careful. But it is fun. I do like Uma. Yeah, the Trailblazers is really easy to get burnt out on Trailblazers, especially if you have like a bunch of really bad runs because of RNG. Oh my god, hi Vortexiality. Welcome in, one of my favorite normies. Before I went to sleep, I posted, here, let me open the image so you guys can see it. But I'll open. I posted a very specific image on like my Twitter and shit. I was like, this is my ideal audience, all right? Where the hell is it? Am I crazy? There it is. Yeah. So I just posted this, right? My ideal audience. Number 1, bisexual. Number 2, on the spectrum. Number 3 likes boys love, girls love, you know, yaoi yuri, and romance, right? Number 4 likes visual novels and or slash audiobooks, right? And number 5 doesn't mind random tangents, you know? So, you know, this is my ideal audience. These are the people I'm catering to. You don't have to be all of them. You don't have to be all of them. But this is definitely, I think, the type of person who enjoys my content the most. This is my niche. This is my niche target audience, all right? And then you know, not everybody's bisexual. That's okay. Not everybody's on the spectrum. That's okay too. I have been told I'm like 99% for sure on the spectrum. So maybe that's why so many people are drawn to it, I suppose. Oh, hey, it's me. Yeah, it's Jacob. Yeah, see, I know my target audience. I know my target audience. Yeah. Yeah, ideally, you'll be at least like 3 of these bullet points. At least 3. I think if you can hit at least 3, you're solid. Otherwise, I'm not sure why you're here if you can't hit at least 3 of them, you know? But there you go. Yeah, so I posted that. All right, back to tarot. Let's see what we got for grilled eggs love reading. Okay, we got the cards for you, Egg. Let's put them up on the screen, starting with... And then we've got... Hi, Toya. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And then we've got the... There we go. Alrighty. So, Egg, for your love reading, in order of left to right, we have the reverse 8 of coins, we have the reverse page of wands, and we have the 9 of wands. So, we start with the reverse 8 of coins. And the reverse 8 of coins is very much like a card of like a lack of concentration. You're not really feeling like you're able to super like connect. You're not really feeling like you're locked in a sense, right? In terms of love, this can feel like maybe you just feel like you're not really having that spark connection with people. Or maybe you're not like really trying to put yourself out there. Whatever the case is, it feels like you're not really in the zone yet when it comes to love. Oh my god, what was with the evil laughter over there? What's with that evil laugh, huh? Huh, Toya? But yeah, so we have that. And then we also follow it with the reverse page of wands. And the reverse page of wands is kind of like a card of like bad news, lost opportunities. It does feel like things didn't quite work out or things didn't go according to plan, and you're kind of seeing what to do from there. So maybe, you know, a previous relationship fell through, and maybe that's kind of like why you're trying to like be more cautious. And so you're kind of scared to like give your heart away because, well, what if, you know, this also ends badly? I don't want to make the same mistake twice in a row. That'd be a little silly, right? It's kind of what it feels like. And then we followed up with the 9 of Wands, which is kind of like being on your guard, taking things slow, which also taking it slow to feel things out with this person. Yeah, exactly. I would say it definitely feels like you are taking things slow, building yourself up for specifically self-reliance, right? This is strength and reserve, biding your time to ensure success, right? So when it comes to love, this is really like trying your best to just truly feel it out slowly for everybody, you know? You're not trying to rush things. You're not trying to make things happen super, super fast. You want to see where things go, how things go, when things go kind of vibes. And I think that is honestly probably the best policy for you right now, is just slowly taking your time to get to know this person, getting to understand what they're like under the surface, you know. There's nothing wrong with taking things slow. Just, you know, make sure that you're looking at them properly as they actually are. Don't assume that they will definitely be like, you know, the people before them. But it does feel like you're carefully examining those around you, right? So as long as you're, you know, carefully examining, I would just say make sure that they're who you're actually examining and not necessarily the person that's already left, you know? Does that make sense? Don't conflate them with the people who have come before. Also, hi, call me. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, because it can definitely be easy to, I think, feel like, oh my god, XYZ person did this to me, and now ABC is starting to do something that looks similar. They must be doing the exact same thing for the exact same reasons, you know. Like, well, let's look at them as their own unique individual first and see. It's one thing to notice patterns, but it's another thing to assume that ABC person is just like XYZ person, you know. XYZ isn't here right now. ABC is. Yeah. There you go, Egg. I hope that helps. Fingers crossed. Next up is Chaos the Clown. Chaos the Clown, are you here? Hi. You gotta drink some water. You gotta hydrate. Oh my gosh, that's so refreshing. Alright, and let's do a general reading for Chaos the Clown. Let's see what we got for you. Also, hi, polite, welcome in. Hunadi? Welcome in. Also, hi, Tavish. Let's see what we got for you, Chaos the Clown. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Chaos. Starting with... And then follow that up with... And then after that, we have... There we go. Alrighty. We've got all of the cards for you. Chaos the Clown. For your general reading, in order of left to right, we have the King of Wands. We have the reverse Nine of Cups. And we have the reverse Six of Coins, right? So we start with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who's very fiery, very passionate. They know what they want, and they're not afraid to take charge in order to make it happen, right? That's who the King of Wands is. Oh my gosh, Raiders. Kuri Momo, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How are you guys? What were you all up to? Hope y'all are doing well. Oh my gosh. Cringe bunny raid. Oh my goodness. You're playing Apex? Did you win? Did you win Apex? I hope y'all had fun. Yeah, we're doing tarot readings for chat right now. We're doing a general reading. Oh yeah, feel free to get nice and comfy, cozy. If you gotta get up and go, I totally understand. But if you want to hang out and chill with us, this is basically like an ask advice column, but with like extra steps. We do also have some slots in case any of you guys want to snag a reading. Also, hi Aaron, welcome in. You graduated, congrats Aaron. It's so nice to hear. I'm very proud of you. But yeah, so like I said, we start with that King of Wands who's very much like fiery, very passionate, somebody who knows what they want and they are taking full charge to make it happen, right? That's who the King of Wands is. They're not afraid to let the fires of their passion burn. We follow it up as well with the reverse Nine of Cups, right? And the reverse Nine of Cups is very much a card of what initially seemed really great is kind of showing signs that it might be not all it's cracked up to be, right? What seemed initially amazing is kind of starting to be, you know, maybe like a mirage. You know, this oasis that you've built, it feels like there's been some misplaced trust, right? So it feels like there's like this shattering of this illusion a little bit with that reverse Nine of Cups. And then following that straight into the reverse Six of Coins. The reverse Six of Coins is a card of like pain before gain, right? All of the good things are sort of hidden behind the brimley. You can see the wild raspberries here, and the wild raspberries are delicious. There's the fruit that you want to aim towards, but they're also surrounded by all of these thorns, right? All of the thorny plant. So it is very much like this sense of like getting hurt trying to reach for what you want, but it is sometimes like a necessary step. So to me, that's kind of reads like you want something. You want something really, really bad, and you are like hyped for it. You're like, I'm gonna dive right in. I'm gonna make this happen. This is gonna become real. I'm gonna make, you know, the changes I want to see in life, which is great. But then you kind of got started and you kind of realized, oh, this is actually like a lot more work than I realized this was gonna be. There's actually overwhelmingly way more shit that I have to do than I thought I did, right? It's kind of what it feels like to me. It feels like almost like this sense of like, I don't necessarily want to say disillusionment, but it does feel like you're like, fuck, there's so much shit I have to do. Like before, maybe you thought you were just gonna like renovate the place, but then you realize that there's like termite damage in the walls and you have to like fully replace like the wood in like your house or something, right? It's like that kind of level. It's like you had no idea that there was all of this other shit that you had to do on top of what you thought you were just trying to do. That's kind of what it feels like. And I would say the best thing you can do in that kind of situation really is just take it one step at a time, right? You make a list of like your priorities. What are the absolute most important priorities in making this thing happen, right? So let's say for instance, just as like an example, you want to learn a foreign language. We'll use that as an example, right? Your thing is I'm gonna learn French. I don't know why you'd want to learn French, but hypothetically, let's say you're like, I want to learn French, right? So you're like, well, let me just go ahead and download Duolingo and let me start learning French, right? Well, maybe you realize, oh God, this is like overwhelming because now there's like entirely new grammar. There's like an entirely fucked up new way to count. Fuck how the French count, dude. That shit is fucked up. Don't ever learn to count in French. Anyway, so you realize like, oh, there's like this whole other basis for all of these other things, you know, learning how to pronounce certain vowels in a very distinctive way and all this other stuff. And you're like, this is like kind of overwhelming, right? So then you prioritize. You go, what is the most important thing I want to learn in learning this language? And maybe it's, you know, how to navigate through France, because maybe you were planning to go to trip or something, right? So you're like, well, I want to be able to ask for directions and order food. Okay, that's your priority. Your priority is basic necessities, basic emergency phrases, and how to say them. So you start there and you go, okay, I got those down. So let's go ahead and let's start learning, you know, God forbid, how to count in French, right? All right, we got that down. All right, well, now let's start learning a little bit more about like the grammar, and we'll start learning a little bit more about like how to phrase things, and like maybe a little bit more about conversational French, you know? And so it's like as you go further and further down the list of priorities, they become less like an immediate thing and more of like, this is like the next thing you kind of want to do, right? So it's step by step until eventually you're like fluent, right? That would be the idea. You could apply that same thing to whatever this situation is specifically that this is about. Because it feels like I said, it feels like it's almost overwhelming. There's a lot you want to do. And then there's a lot more that you realize you have to do in order to do that thing. So it's like baby steps, break it down. What is the key most important thing? Is just getting it functional. How do you get it functional, right? If it's a wheel, you make sure it's round. That's how you get it functional. Then you can, you know, add all the other bits and bobs to it later. But it is very much like, just slowly check off the list. What is the most important thing as you work through it? And I think you'll find that you can manage. So don't get too discouraged. Don't get too overwhelmed that there's kind of like a lot going on here. Just start with like, what can I do to make this functional? And go from there, you know? Yeah, exactly, Egg. It's fucked up how they count, dude. Yeah, I hope that helps, Chaos. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Cut Vin these nuts. Oh my gosh. So next up is Lord Tavish. Lord Tavish, you're here, right? You're still here? Is Lord Tavish still here? Lord Tavish may have gone AFK. What's up? Hi, Mita. Welcome in. Oh, there's Lord Tavish. Hi. And Lord Tavish said, some advice for streaming. Okay. So stream advice. Let's see what we got for you. So let's look at the current queue. So we're doing Lord Tavish right now. After Lord Tavish is Magikarp. And then after Magikarp is Ace. Then after Ace is Call Me. And then after Call Me is Misamo. Then Kurimomo. And that's the current queue. Let's see what we got for you, Tavish. That makes a lot of sense for you, I think. All right, let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you. Starting with, there we go. And then we follow that up with, alrighty, we've got all the cards for you, Tavish, for your stream advice. So in order of left to right, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the reverse Seven of Cups. Also, oh my gosh, Leonix, thank you so much for the 38 months. Holy shit. I can't believe it's 38 months. That's so crazy. Thank you, Leonix. I know. Time flies, man. I can't believe it. That's so wild. But yeah, so we start right from the start, Tavish. We have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is a card of, there are a lot of different paths you can go down. There are quite a few. But there's definitely one best path for you, right? 38 months, that's almost a year. Actually multiple years. It's almost 4 years. Well, it's like it's 3 years and 2 months, but yeah. 3 years and 2 months. Wow. But yeah, so we have this Four of Cups, and this Four of Cups is very much a card of, like, there's a bunch of different directions you can go, lots of different opportunities, but this is a case of thinking inwards, focusing inwards before you make your decision, right? And actually making your choice of what path you want to take, right? So there's a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. If you want to stream certain things, if you want to play certain games, if you want to do certain things, right? The world is your oyster, but it feels like you don't quite know what you want to do yet necessarily. Like, you know you want to stream, but it feels like you don't necessarily know what you want to stream specifically, you know? And then we followed up with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very ruthless in their pursuit of their goals. Maybe they seem a little cold and sharp on the outside, but they're somebody who does care about the people around them. You know, it's kind of like the resting bitch face card. You look a little scary on the outside, but I think you're a very approachable person, you know? Once people get to know you, they're like, oh, this is somebody who's just like a very strong-willed, very powerful individual, right? That's what the Queen of Swords is. And then interestingly, we followed up with the reverse Seven of Cups, which kind of feels a little bit as well of like somebody who doesn't know what to do. Because the Seven of Cups in reverse is like, because you can go anywhere, because you can do anything, it's sort of like this sense of like choice paralysis where you end up not being able to pick anything, right? Because you could go in any direction, you don't know what direction to go in, right? It's like this this unfocused, no limits means like a lack of control sort of vibe, right? I think this is really just like a question you got to ask yourself. What kind of content, what kind of stream do you want to make, you know? And this starts from like a variety of things. This is what kind of audience do you want to cultivate? I point once again to to my chart here. This is the audience I'm cultivating, right? Number 1, bisexuals. Number 2, on the spectrum. Number 3, likes boys love and girls love and romance, right? That one's like a non-negotiable. You gotta like those, right? 4, likes visual novels and or audiobooks, right? And 5, doesn't mind random tangents. This is the audience I'm cultivating. This is what I'm building my quote unquote brand off of, right? You don't have to be all of these. You don't have to be all of these, but like at least 3 of these, I think, and you'll fit in really well in like my community, right? This is the community I'm cultivating. And how am I cultivating that? I play a lot of visual novels. I play a lot of romance games. I talk about a whole bunch of random topics, you know? Yeah, the bisexual pride. Yeah, bi pride. Happy early Pride Month. Happy pre-Pride Month, if you will. This would be, what else would it be, like Envy Month? But yeah, so I think the key thing is finding who do you want to stream to? Who are ideally the people that you are streaming towards? Who are the people you want to connect with? By spectrum, do you mean the autism spectrum? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But so that is like a whole thing. It's like, who do you want to cultivate your audience with? Who do you want to be friends with? Who do you want to enjoy your content? And I think when you know that, then it helps you narrow down the things that you want to do that would cater to that, you know, in terms of streaming. So like for me, like I said, I love visual novels. I love romance games. So I play those. And that also helps me foster a community that I'm looking for, right? I like, you know, making my ASMR roleplay videos. I like writing and drawing the art for those too. And that also helps me, you know, cater to that specific audience too, because these are the things I like. These are the things I want to share with you people, you know? So I think for you, it's a matter of what are the things that you like? What are the things you want to do? And who is that appealing to? Because if you're kind of like all over the place, it's going to be really hard, I think, to find where you shine best, right? Because I think a lot of people do start off with like variety, and there's nothing wrong with variety, but I think you kind of have to already have low-key kind of like an established fan base in order to succeed at variety streaming, because by that point people are there for the streamer and not necessarily for like the content, you know? But from the start, people are looking and finding you because they're interested in the content, and then they fall in love with the streamer, right? So when you're a baby streamer starting out, or just tiny in general, I think you gotta find what's gonna make people find you first, and what do you want your first impression to be? You know? So maybe that helps narrow some things down for you, Tavish, you know? You realize, oh, well, I actually really, really like this, and I would love to cater to more people who really enjoy this thing, you know? So you build what you want to do streaming-wise around that, right? So I think that'll just kind of help you like focus and narrow in on stuff. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing wrong with variety. I think variety is a great way for you to understand what you yourself also like to stream. Because maybe you like something, but you realize you don't really like streaming it, right? Because there's lots of stuff I like to do that I don't really stream. Like, I mean, I play Enfield. I play like lots of gacha games, but I don't really stream them. Only like on rare occasion do I really stream them. Like even with Uma Musume and Enfield, I play those like literally every day, but I've only streamed them like once or twice. I really don't stream them. Enfield I've only streamed like once. I streamed it when it first came out, and then like Uma Musume, I play that every day in my free time, but I only streamed it. The last time I streamed it was when Manhattan Cafe came out. So unless you count like me showing you my race real quick, but that was also like a one-off like 5-minute thing on stream. I don't really think that counts as streaming it. But I think it goes to show there's certain things that you may like doing, that you may have a lot of fun doing, but maybe you don't necessarily feel like you want to stream you doing that, you know? So that is also something to keep in mind. So that's another great thing that just variety streaming can do, is help you like narrow down, oh, I like streaming this. Oh, I don't like streaming this. Oh, I had a lot of fun doing this. Oh, but I like doing this in private, but not necessarily, you know, in front of an audience, you know? So I think that is like something, because like for me, like the open world games like Enfield, I love exploring them. I love exploring and finding all the treasure chests and all the little the Orleans and stuff like that. I love doing like the just getting to roam around. But I don't like to talk when I'm doing it. I just like to lock in and just enjoy just hyper focusing on finding the treasure chests, which does not make good content for anybody watching, because I would just be dead silent during Enfield. So that's why I don't really stream it. I just play it on my own. I have a good time with it. Also, hi, Silent Blue. Welcome in. But yeah, so I think variety is a good way of just kind of like filtering out what you do like streaming and what you don't like streaming. But ultimately, finding your niche comes with, you know, what you feel like represents you best, and the type of audience that you specifically want to cultivate. But yeah, there you go. I hope that helps, Tavish. Fingers crossed. Next up is Magikarp. And Magikarp said, are there other Magikarps in the sea? Looking for love. Oh my gosh. Hope you're doing well. I am. Which I should sip some more water. Let's see what we got for your love reading, Magikarp. Thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. Let's see what we got for you. Interesting. Okay, let's put these up on the screen for you, Magikarp, for your love reading. Starting with... And then we've got... There we go. Alrighty. We've got all of the cards for you, Magikarp, for your love reading. In order of left to right, we have the reverse King of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords and the Page of Coins reversed. So this is an interesting reading. We start with the reverse King of Wands, right? The reverse King of Wands is somebody who's got a lot of walls up. They got their guard up high. They don't really want anybody getting too close to them. You know, usually this is like a protective measure. They want to keep themselves safe. They don't want to get hurt. And, you know, but it's really tough to find love if you refuse to let your guard down, if you refuse to let anybody in, right? So right off the bat, we have this very like, you want love, but you don't want the risk at all of getting hurt. And it's like, well, you have to risk the chance that this person can hurt you in order for love to blossom, right? To love somebody and to allow yourself to be loved is to allow somebody the potential to hurt you. They shouldn't hurt you, but there has to be the potential that they could in order for that like actual trust to blossom and bloom and turn into love, right? The person should not hurt you, and that's how you know it's love, right? But you can't know that until you give them the chance to prove that, you know? So right off the bat, high walls, high guard, high barrier. Don't want to get anybody getting too close to you. We move on to the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is like pain, oppression. It's like a heavy burden, usually like suffering or grief. It feels like you're carrying kind of like a lot of stuff on your back. And maybe you're having like a hard time coming to terms with like a lot of the stuff that you've been dealing with, you know? I feel like you got like some baggage. You got some stuff you're dealing with. Maybe it's a past, you know, relationship that didn't end up well. Maybe it's, you know, somebody who burned you before, or maybe you just have like a lot on your plate just in general with like life. It feels kind of overwhelming. Whatever the case is, it feels like you're carrying a lot on your shoulders. And that's also doubly why you don't want to risk anybody hurting you right now, because you're kind of like, I'm in like a really vulnerable position right now. I really can't afford for somebody to stab me in the back. So I'd like somebody to support and carry me, but I also don't want them to stab me in the back. And like, I totally get that. 100% I understand. But also you have to risk, you know, you have to let them carry you in order for them to hold you, right? So they need some level of trust in order for them to actually do the thing that you want. You're like the dog that's like, no throw, only fetch, and you have like the ball in your mouth. And the human's like, well, I can't help you fetch the ball if you don't let me throw the ball, right? It's very that right now. And then we follow that up with the reverse page of coins. And the reverse page of coins is sort of like somebody who won't listen to reason, somebody who doesn't want to come to terms with things. It's like this sort of like innocent stubbornness, I would say, you know, because we have like the daisy, so it's very like childish innocence and like youth, this like the simplicity of youth and stuff like that. But like in its reverse, it's kind of like somebody who's like almost like childishly stubborn with this, which again gives me the image of like the dog who's like, no throw, only fetch. It's like, well, I have to throw the ball, buddy. That's how fetch works, right? I have to throw the ball. You have to let down your guard. You have to, you know, give people the chance to break your trust or them to prove that they won't break your trust, you know? So I think that is kind of like the key thing here is it's scary. It's really scary. Nobody wants to get hurt at all. Absolutely. But I think if you want love, you have to risk the possibility that this person could hurt you. They should not hurt you. If they hurt you, don't fucking interact with them. They're a shitty person. You shouldn't blame yourself for that. If you give somebody your trust and they betray your trust, that is their fault. They are the ones who broke it. It's not yours. You're not like a sucker, right? It's not something you should beat yourself up over. That's like, they should just be better people. Like, actually. Also, hi, Mew. Welcome in. So, yeah, I mean, I hope that helps. Maybe that gives you something to think about, you know? Magikarp. It's like, I totally get that you want somebody to help you carry these burdens that you're kind of dealing with right now, but you also don't want to risk getting hurt. But it's like, but if you want somebody that you can trust to help you carry those burdens, they have to earn that trust somehow. And that requires you to be vulnerable. And for them to prove that they won't hurt you. Only then can you truly trust them with your burdens. You know? But there you go. I hope that helps. I'm sensing some aggressiveness from the cards. I don't know, man. I didn't seem aggressive to me. I think you just gotta let your guard down. I believe in you. I believe in you. It just feels like you got a lot going on, and I get it. I definitely get it. But maybe that'll help give you some direction, you know. Also, Marissa, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Also, hi, Sequar. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow. Need me a shoulder for my burdens. Oh my god, I got you. I got you. I'll hold you. I'll princess carry your burdens for you. Don't worry, BB. Oh no, letting it down in this economy. True. I get it. Oh my god. Ah, my favorite tarot reader when I only have $50 to put on the gambling table. Too bad I'm too broke for even that. Oh, I know. Hi, Kyle. Welcome in. I'm glad to see you again. I'm sure you bet it all on black last time, right, Kyle? That means you raked it in, right? Did you already spend all the money you won from my last tarot reading? Alrighty. Next up is Ace. Ignobly Ace says, what should I focus on over summer break? Let's see what we got for you. You're here still, right, Ace? There you are. Yeah, there you are. I was just making sure. Just double checking, you know? I spent half the winnings on fast cars, drugs, and girls. The remaining I wasted. Hell yeah. Let's go. Having a good time. Living like Fast and Furious. Let's see what we got for Ignobly Ace. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen. Starting with... And then we follow that up with... There it is. There we go. All right. I gotta wait for ads to end, so gives me a chance to drink my water. So. Well, we wait for the ads to finish. Nice and hydrated. you should be back pretty soon. Ad break is almost over, so. Any schmeckle now. Boop, boop, boop. Are you back, Ace? Are you here with me? Can you hear me? What's the queue looking like? Yeah, we're doing Ace's reading right now. After Ace is Call Me. Then after Call Me is Misamo. Then after Misamo is Kurimomo. Then after Kurimomo is Leonix. And that's the current queue. Hi, you back from the ads? Welcome back. I waited for you. Don't worry. You didn't miss anything. Alright, so with Ace, we start with, in order of left to right, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Star. So, we start with the Queen of Swords. Like I mentioned before, somebody who is very locked in on their goals and what they want to do and where they want to go, right? So it feels very much like you have like a game plan in mind. You know what it is you want to do. You know how you want to kind of make things happen. Right? Maybe you seem a little cold on the outside, but it's just because you're locked in, you know? Imagine if you finished the reading during the ad break. No, that'd be mean. I'd feel really bad for them if that was the case. But it is very much like, this is like the card of somebody who knows what they want and is charging straightforward, sword in hand to make it happen, right? And then we follow it up with the Four of Cups, which is kind of like a card of, there are a lot of different opportunities. There's a lot of different directions you can go, you know, but I think you definitely have to stop and think about what you want to do first, what you want to accomplish, what your actual goals are before you make your decisions of what path you're taking, what direction you're heading in, right? You know your destination, but I don't think you know quite how you want to get to your destination, you know? Right? So the Four of Cups is very much a card of like, stop and think about how you want to get there. Because you know where you want to go, but it's like, how do you want to get there though? And then following that up with the Star card. And the Star card is a card of like intuition, spiritual growth. It's a card of like transcendence. This is growing, right? The Star card follows after the card of the Tower, which is a card of destruction. So it's like after the destruction of things, after you've broken things down, how do you want to start anew? How do you want to start growing again and build yourself up, right? I think that is very much like the key thought process here. And a lot of this is like meditation, like spiritual sort of like connections, transcending, you know, like your earthly desires to become the kind of person you want to be, right? At the end of the day, it's about who do you want to be? Who is your ideal self? When you look in the mirror, what's the kind of person that you want to see looking back at you? Kind of vibes, you know? So I think that's like the key there is, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to be? And when you understand that, I think that'll help narrow in on what you should do. 'Cause like I said, I think you have like a general idea of where you want to go, but this is just a matter of how you want to get there. But yeah, I hope that helps. Fingers crossed. Okay, damn, I got shadow work to do, I guess. Yeah, a little bit, I would say. But it's not all bad. It feels like you're pretty confident in yourself in a lot of things. So it's like it's very much like a I want to become the ideal version of me, you know? So you start small. Little things, but it helps push you towards that, right? This is like you've leveled the foundation. Now you can start building something new and wonderful for yourself. So there you go. I hope that helps, Ace. Fingers crossed. Yay, yeah, yay, yay, yay. Next up is Call Me. Call me, are you here? Is Call Me here? I feel like Call Me disappears a lot. Alrighty, let's see. Well, next up after Call Me is Misamo-chan. So Misamo, are you here? Hi, Misamo. And Misamo-chan wants a general reading. So let's see what we got for you. It's your birthday today? Oh my gosh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Misamo-chan. Happy birthday to you. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, let's see what the cards got for you. Yeah, happy birthday. Ooh, okay. Okay. And since it is your birthday, I'm also going to give you an oracle card for free. as a little extra birthday treat for you. So let me go ahead and pull your oracle cards for you. He's got the Lore Olympus Oracle cards. Ooh. Well, this is a good one. Okay. So we got all of the cards for you. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen so you can see. Starting with... And then we follow that up with... And then lastly, we have... There we go. Alrighty. So, first of all, 2 major arcana out of 3. So big things happening here. In order of left to right for your tarot cards, we have Death, we have the Lovers, and we have the 2 of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, we have Pine Tree. So Death sounds scary. It's not a bad card. It's not a bad card. Don't be afraid of the Death card. All right, just throwing that out there. Death is not a bad card to have. But let's go ahead and start with what death means in this, right? For your general reading, death is the end of one thing, yes, but it's also the start of something new. So this is like a new chapter in your life. Maybe this was like a milestone in your life, you know? I don't necessarily know how old you are or what part of life you're at exactly, but it feels like this is kind of like your turning point. This is like the next chapter in your book, you know? Also, yeah, good night, ignobly Ace. Sweet dreams, Ace. I appreciate you hanging with me. Also, Natural, welcome in. I love your VTuber. Where'd you get it from? I drew it myself. I made it. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, so we have you animated it yourself too. So I got it rigged by my friend. So my friend Mooney rigged it, which is in the credits in my about section. If you see the credits, I'll have Mooney linked for the actual rigging, but I drew the art for it. Yeah, I traded them. I drew some free art for them in exchange for them. Oh my god, there you are, Call Me. I was calling for you earlier. Yeah, there'll be a shift in the house after next year that I'm preparing for. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to find someone to make one for me. Well, I do take commissions. I take commissions, and so does my friend who rigs them. We both take comms. We've done a few people actually. There's a couple people in here that we've done those for. Yeah, we have commissions for it. So the art is okay, if you do !VGen, it'll give you the link to my VGen and you can see how much it costs. And then Mooney's, yeah, there you go. Mooney's is also a separate fee as well, but Mooney is also really affordable. And you get a new model done for streaming. That's the one thing I'm saving up for. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like on like the lower end of the scale in terms of prices for custom models. It's the base price is $375. You can see all the models I've made before on there. Yeah, for sure. Feel free to yeah, if you've got reference photos and stuff like that, it's custom. It's custom made. And I own it, right? Yeah. And you get some assets. Yeah, so basically, if you have a character design, you pay me to basically draw it for you, but it's still your character, right? I can show it off, be like, I drew this, but like, that's all I would say is just, I drew this, not that it's mine. It would be your character, but I'd be like, yeah, I drew this, you know, that's what that is. Also, I'm saving for that later. Yeah, so the $375 is the base price. Most people get the base price, unless you have like a super complicated model or like a super complicated design. Like Veer I charged extra because Veer has 3 sets of angel wings with eyes everywhere. So, you know, that's a little bit more complicated of a design. So I did charge Veer more. But most people are paying the base price, you know. So that would be for the art, and then you would pay the rigger who would then animate the art, so it tracks you when you move, you know. But yeah, that's what it is. So there you go. Sorry. How much is the rigger? Let me grab Mooney's thing so then you can see. I think Mooney is technically closed right now because he has a full list of people, but he might be reopening again soon. By the time, you know, you get the art, I'm sure he'd probably be back open again. You can always like request a spot, but here is Mooney's VGen. Yeah, it also depends on the complexity. But that's Mooney's VGen. He's the one who rigged this model. He's the one who animated it. Yeah. He's also super affordable. Yeah. Super affordable, super good quality. So I always end up recommending Mooney as a number one, but there are definitely like other people I can recommend too if Mooney's not available. It's just, I think Mooney is absolutely the best bang for your buck. And like I said, Mooney animated me, so I'm a little biased. I'm a little biased in terms of my favorites. How long does it take to get it? So the art, I usually take like, give or take like a month for the art. You can make a request on VGen. Yeah, you can do it through VGen. You can do it through Discord or Twitter if you want to pay through like PayPal business invoice. I can do it that way too. Either's fine. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. Like I said, I have a business PayPal, so I can send you an invoice. It'll be official. That gives you buyer protections as well, so you don't have to worry, you know, about that kind of stuff. That is another option if you don't want to do it through VGen. But yeah, you can message me on like Discord or Twitter or Blue Sky, whatever. And the Rick people you have also have business protection. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could ask Mooney. I don't know if Mooney does. What's your Discord? My Discord is also Indie Dare. My Discord is also Indie Dare. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm done plugging my art now. So there you go. Back to where we were at. We were at the reading for Misamo-chan's general reading. So, like I said, we start with the Death card. Death card is a card of new beginnings, right? This is the end of one thing, the start of something new. This is the chance for, you know, for you to transform yourself into who you want to be. No worries, I'm an artist too, so I know how that is. Yeah. It's just like, oh wait, people asking questions about commissions. Yeah. And then we follow it up with the Lovers card. And the Lovers, this is a card of mutual attraction, of things going well, right? A relationship where everybody's happy, everybody's benefiting. This could be with the person, this could be with a situation, this could be with a thing, whatever it is. It's working out. It's working out lovely. It's doing great, you know? Whether like I said, whether it's a person or, you know, a situation, new job, whatever the case is, it feels like this is actually really good for you, right? And it's also really good for it that this is happening, right? And then we also sort of like double lock in on this feeling. We have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is very, very similar to the Lovers in the sense of like symbiotic relationship, right? My partner just returned from her trip to Spain earlier this month, so it's been really nice that she's been home. That makes sense, yeah. So we have the Lovers and we have the Two of Cups. So it's like this symbiotic relationship. Things are really meshing well together. You know, you're both feeding off of each other in the best way possible. You're both growing together, growing strong. So it does feel like this is a new chapter in your life. This is a new beginning in a sense. It feels like things are locking into place. You've got that really like reliable connection. I feel like you and your partner have a very, very strong, very healthy relationship, I would say for sure. I mean, like I said, you have both the Lovers and the Two of Cups popping up, which are low-key very similar cards in this sense. They're very much like basically the same card, except like the Lovers is like even stronger essentially because it's a major arcana. So I think it is very much like new love, new life, new you, new chapter in your book, pushing forward in like the best possible sense. And then we followed up with your Oracle card, and your Oracle card is Pine Tree, which is a card of vitality, longevity, and perseverance. It feels like this is going to be a long chapter in your book of life, right? But it's not a bad chapter at all. This is, I would argue, a really, really lovely chapter in your life. So it feels like things are opening up. This is the next milestone in your journey. Things are really picking up. Things are sort of starting to fall into place. It feels like you're finding where you want to be and who you want to be with. And things are really kind of locking in, right? And it's not going to be temporary. This is something that's going to last quite a while, is what it feels like. So, I mean, that feels really sweet. This feels like a very, very sweet reading, honestly. It seems very nice. It seems like you've got a lot of really wonderful things happening here. And the cards are like, and this is gonna be your life. Oh, yay, love it. Yeah, I think that sounds exciting, honestly. And I'm glad your partner got back from Spain safe. That's very nice too. I'm glad she can spend your birthday with you. We love to hear it. But yeah, there you go. I hope that gives you some extra reassurance on your birthday today, Misamo. It seems like you got some good stuff happening here. Some good stuff cooking, if you will. Also, Jay Cardoso, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, next up is Curry Momo. Is Curry Momo still here? Me too. Her plane got delayed by like 2 hours from a technical issue, so I was a nervous wreck when she was flying home. Oh my god, dude. I totally get that. There's been like so many crazy like plane bullshit things happening lately. It's got me like terrified of flying now. Like before I was like fine. I've flown quite a bit, but now I'm like I don't even want to think about getting on a plane with how much shit's been happening. So I totally get it. I'm glad she got back safe. I know, dude. First it was like the Boeing, and then it was like the whole like stripping of like the air control like of like staff, and then there's like a whole bunch of technical issues, and then Spirit Airlines shut down, and it's just flying is it seems like too much, dude. Yeah, flying's a nightmare. Yeah. Man, Veer, don't your wings get tired? Alright, yeah. Is Curry Momo still here? Curry Momo might have gone to sleep. Dun, dun. Alright, let's see. Let's do a recall for Call Me. Is Call Me still here? I know I saw you briefly earlier. I don't know if you're still here or not. Call me. Yeah, call me. Are you here? Alright, Call Me might also be asleep then. Let's see. No Curry Momo, no Call Me. Next up is Leonix. Oh my god, look at you, skipping the line like that, Leonix. Thank you again for the reading. Yeah, of course. I really, really hope it gives you lots of really, really good energy, lots of good vibes, and happy birthday again, Misamo. Hey, you. Yeah, it's you. It's Leonix's time. And Leonix wants a friendship reading. Ooh. Let's see what we got for you. Let's see what we got for you. Oh. Okay, okay. And now let's grab your Oracle card as well. We got all of the cards for you, Leonix. So let's put them up on the screen. We don't have a fancy cue, but I'll tell you right now. We're doing Leonix's reading, and then after Leonix, it would just be the final call for the other two people. So, if you did want to get in, do we have slots? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be doing a raffle slots. We'll be doing the raffle slots after we do Leonix's reading. So, if you want to get a reading, you'll have your chance after Leonix, after this reading. So there you go. There you go, Jacardo. So let's put these up on the screen for you. Starting with... No, yeah, slots are full, unfortunately. Yeah, but we'll have 2 raffle slots. Yeah, we have 2 raffle slots, so it's fine. There's 2 chances for you to win a slot. Yeah, we raffle off when people redeem, but then they disappear. We raffle off their slot to whoever's active in chat. So there's still a chance. You can still get it even if you can't properly redeem the slot yourself. You can still snag it. Now it gives the people who came in late a chance to still get a reading. And then we follow that up with there we go. And then we follow it up with there we go. All right, we got all of the cards for you in order of left to right. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. I got hit with a sneeze, dude. That's crazy. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to sneeze in your ear. It just happened so fast I couldn't mute. Oh. All right. So yeah, we start with the Wheel of Fortune. We follow it up with the reverse 8 of Swords and the reverse High Priestess. Bless you. Thank you for the bless you. I appreciate it. Also, hi, Black Rabbit. Welcome in. And then, oh, for your Oracle card, we also have Spring, like the season. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an unexpected stroke of good luck, right? Bless you. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all of you for the bless yous. Yeah, normally I try to mute when I sneeze, but I couldn't do that one in time. It hit me out of nowhere. Yeah, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. Changes on the way, an evolution, you know? The unexpected stroke of good luck, right? Something is happening. The wheel is turning. I think things are shifting in your favor, right? When it comes to this friendship. I think you've got like a real chance for something. We also followed up with the reverse 8 of Swords. It was cute. What was cute? And the reverse 8 of Swords is a card of like being by yourself kind of has like a healing effect, you know? You don't necessarily have to like worry too much about the fact that you're not, you know, doing things right now. You're at you. My sneeze was cute. I don't know about that, dude. It was just a sneeze. I don't think it was that crazy. But this is the reverse 8 of Swords is also a card of like, this is the chance for new possibilities. So again, it feels like, I don't know what this is, but it feels like you kind of got like a chance. I feel like this is like a shoot your shot kind of moment. I don't know what specific friendship you're talking about here. I missed a cute sneeze. Nah. But it does feel very much like something's unlocking. There's a chance. There's something brewing here. Do it again. I can't sneeze on command. Though send me a good hentai dojin. I'll sneeze. I don't know why. Apparently it's like a thing. It's a thing I've only semi-recently developed in like the past like 3 years. In the past 3 years. It might be a little bit TMI, but if I get turned on, I sneeze. Just once. But it is something that happens. I don't know. It's like a thing though. Apparently it's like a thing where arousal can like trigger a sneeze effect in you. This is a whole thing. It's like a whole thing. I googled it because I was like, why the fuck does this keep happening? I keep calling you, call me, and you keep disappearing whenever I call for you. If you stick around after this, we'll do your reading and then we'll raffle off the other slot. But yeah. It's a stay. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like a whole thing where arousal like stimulates like your nervous system and that triggers a sneeze. It's like similar-ish to like whenever you're like in a dark room and then you open like a window or like a light and like the light is so bright that you sneeze. Because I also did that as a kid. I did that a lot as a kid where like whenever I'd get like out of church and the church was dark and I'd open the doors to like go outside and it'd be so bright outside and I would just sneeze. Do you guys ever do that? It's kind of like that, but like for arousal, I guess. I don't know. It's like a thing. I don't know. So, but it's gotta be a good dojin though. So if you want me to sneeze on command, you gotta send me something good, you know? I'm not sneezing just for any old thing. I got high standards. That's a very specific wire that's been crossed. Yeah, but it's a common thing. But it's like more recently-ish happened to me. So, I don't know, somehow in the past like 3 years that wire got crossed for me. It wasn't always there. But it is very funny. I'll be browsing and then I'll just sneeze. I'm like, all right, let me boot that one up then, I guess. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about this this reading for Leonix. Also, hi, electrifying, welcome in. But yeah, so send in the Discord. I mean, there is an 18+ channel in Discord. You definitely could. I would not stop you. Oh my god, back-to-back sneezing. No, I told you. My standards are high. It takes a lot for me to actually sneeze in that way, you know. But not every sneeze is one of those. Sometimes I just sneeze because that's a normal human reaction to have. I'm just saying. just elaborating. Anyway. Bro, when I sneeze consecutively, I curse. I get so bad. Oh, it's okay. You can blow your little nose. No, it's not every sneeze. Okay. So back to the reading. After the reading, we'll play the cover song for you, Jeremy. Thank you for redeeming that. Yeah. Let me finish this reading first though, and then we'll play the cover song, and then we'll do Call Me's reading, and then we'll do the raffle slot. Yeah. That's what we got locked in. All right, so expect a stroke of good luck. Things are turning around. It feels like things are shifting in your favor. It feels like this is the chance for new possibilities. Things are moving forward in an unexpected but good way. And then we followed up with the reverse High Priestess, which is interesting because this is kind of like a lack of depth. It's like an unwillingness to understand something, or kind of like a shy person. So it feels like you're kind of keeping like your feelings, how you're feeling to yourself. Maybe you're afraid to actually show off these thoughts that you're having right now, or how things are going. To me, I don't know if it's just me, but to me this low-key reads like maybe this friendship is something that's also like a little more than a friendship to you. And maybe you're like a little worried that like you might come off too strong, or maybe you're worried that you're pushing, you know, too hard. So you're trying to keep yourself contained. You don't want to risk it. So you're not really like pushing yourself to pursue anything more than just the friendship. That's kind of what it reads like to me, but I feel like the cards are kind of saying like, I think you have more of a shot than you realize. I think there's kind of more cooking underneath the surface than maybe you think is actually the case. And maybe you can play with that a little more, for sure. And then that kind of also brings us to your oracle card, which is Spring, which is a card of rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. So again, it feels like this is like something is blossoming beneath the surface, I would say. Feels like something is kind of happening here, you know? Something to look into, something to feel out, to pay attention to see what happens, where it's going, where it's headed. But I think there's something there, you know? What's blossoming? Oh, you know. Love or something, maybe. I don't know. Who's to say, really? But I think there is something there. And, you know. Yeah, you know. I think there's definitely something that maybe you haven't maybe fully realized is like reciprocated. There's something to toy with, to look into, to get the vibe for. There's something there. So, you know, maybe you want to test the waters just a little bit. Just gently push and see how they react, maybe. But I think there's something there. But there you go. All right. So now we've got the redeem for the cover song. So I'll play the cover song real quick for you guys. And then after the cover song, we will do Call Me's reading, and then we will do the raffle slot. So Call Me, you are after I play the song, which let me go ahead and... You guys can see it. Let me just scroll through. Oh my goodness. Who's making all of these ASMR videos? That's so crazy. Who would do such a thing? Who would watch all of these ASMR videos that I've made? Wow, golly gee. I sure wonder who would watch those. Okay, let me mute the music so we can play this. There we go. And then make sure my internet audio is on. There we go. There you go. Just in case you guys want some ASMR roleplay videos. There you go. Let's go ahead and... Yippee! There you go. There's your cover song redeemed, Jeremy. I hope you liked it. Yeah, that's from D. Grayman. That is the 14th melody, also known as Tsunaira Tenikisuo, which has been... D. Grayman's like one of my all-time favorite anime. That shit was like formative for me. Actually, fun fact, my earring that you see on my model is a reference specifically to the earring that Alan Walker wears during that arc where that song is played. So it's like a communicator earring that he's given by the Order, so he can communicate with the headquarters while he's going through Noah's Ark. And while he's at Noah's Ark, he uncovers like this memory, and he for some reason knows how to play this specific song on the piano, and he sings along to it, right? And it's relevant to the plot. It's relevant to the plot. But yeah, so I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of D. Grayman. So I had to incorporate it into my model. It's a little nod, like I said. But yeah, that's why my little earring is from that. But there you go. And that's the song that I sang too. So all right, next up is Call Me. And what did Call Me want for your reading? You wanted remaining 2026 reading. Okay. You want some grilled eggs in your sandwich with chipotle mayo? Ooh. I do love a good chipotle mayo. I do also love eggs. I would never know. Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. I highly recommend D. Grayman. I have volumes 2 through 25 of the manga. I need to read more of it though. Yeah, it's fantastic. Highly recommend. Also, hi Astra, welcome in. I'm going to sleep, I just want to stop by. Yeah, appreciate you popping in. Yeah, highly recommend D. Grayman. I think I have it on my list, just never got the time. Iconic, literally iconic. It was, I would say, my very first hyperfixation was D. Grayman. That's also the reason I started drawing. D. Grayman is the reason I started doing art. I used to, when I got my start by drawing the panels from the manga. I would try to redraw the panels. It was also my very first yaoi ship. It was Yulin, which is Yukanda and Alan Walker. So literally like the most formative anime I could think of. Alright, let's see what we got for you, Call Me, for your remaining 2026 reading. What are the cards packing for you? How do I jump in the queue again? We're gonna raffle off the final slot. So the slots are currently all full, but we have one slot for somebody who disappeared. So we're gonna, for those who are active in chat, we will raffle that off. Yeah. So as long as you stick around, there's a chance. 20 bucks. You don't have to pay me for your tarot readings. I mean, I would never say no, but like, you don't have to pay. You can get in for free. All right, let's see what we got for you. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. All right, I got all three of the cards for you. So let's put them up on the screen, starting with... Then we follow it up with... And then the final card is... There we go. Alrighty. I got all the cards for you, Call Me, for your 2026 reading. In order of left to right, we have Judgment, we have the reverse Queen of Cups, and the reverse Four of Coins. So we start with the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is the end of one thing and the dawn of something new, right? It's the dawn of a new day, new possibilities. Change is just over the horizon. It feels like this is very much like this is a call to action. If you're going to act, now is the time to do it. If you're going to do things, now is the time to do it. Like, this is your chance. If you've been waiting for a sign to do the thing, this is in fact your sign to do it, right? Yeah, Nike, just do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it, right? We follow it up with the reverse Queen of Cups. And the reverse Queen of Cups is somebody who, you know, very smart, very much like a big brain, but maybe they don't actually follow through. They tend to be a little flaky when it comes down to things, you know. They can concoct big plans, big ideas, but then they don't actually have the energy to do those things. So it feels like, okay, this is probably like maybe a little bit of a smidge of a call out to you. It's like very charming, very smart, very intelligent, but kind of flaky, you know? It's like maybe you gotta lock in. Maybe you gotta actually do this shit, you know? Like, don't just talk a big game. You gotta actually follow through, you know? You have the capabilities, you have the possibilities. It's just a matter of, are you actually gonna follow through, you know? And then following that up as well with the reverse Four of Coins, right? And the reverse Four of Coins is kind of like a card of like, just be careful that you're not always chasing after the next thing, you know? And that you're not just passing through life without actually appreciating it, you know? Enjoy what you've already accomplished too. I think that also gives you some motivation. When you're only ever chasing after the next thing, it can be hard to keep that motivation going. Sometimes you do have to just stop, smell the roses, enjoy what you've already made happen, enjoy what you've already made come to fruition, you know? Take your breather, revel in your successes a little bit, and that should help give you, I think, the motivation to keep pushing forward, to keep moving, to keep going in the direction you want, right? Because it feels like there's still a lot that you want to do, a lot of things you want to make happen, but it feels like maybe you're flaky because of a lack of motivation. So rather than keep pushing yourself forward, it's like, don't forget to also enjoy what you've already done, to take pride in what you've already accomplished, right? There's nothing wrong with being like, let me just sit in the moment. Let me just revel in this feeling of satisfaction for what I've accomplished, right? I think that's good. I think that's healthy, actually, to really just take the time to just like soak it all in, baby. Take it in. You did it. And then once that moment's passed, then you can lock in again. You know, refreshing yourself, healing yourself. Also, hi Azriel, welcome in. But yeah, so I think it is very much like a reading of now's the time to act. If you want to do it, do it. Now's your sign. Make it happen. It feels like you've kind of been flaking out on actually making your plans into reality. And maybe the key thing here is that you just got to learn to actually revel in and enjoy your success as you approach it, you know? And maybe that'll help give you the energy you need to keep pushing forward, you know? But there you go. I hope that helps. Not love in 2026. Now we're locking in. 2026 is your lock-in year, baby. I believe in you. Yeah, love yourself. Some self-love, if you will. But there you go. I hope that helps, call me. Fingers crossed. Maybe that gives you some reassurance. Self-love is boring. Nah. You just haven't taken yourself out properly then. Alrighty, and now we are at the final reading of the night. This is our raffle slot. So, for those of you in chat who have not gotten a reading yet from me today, and you would like one, I am thinking of a number between 1 through 10, and the first person to guess the number in chat can get the reading. Also, hi, Coffee. Welcome in. Trying out dumplings right now. Ooh, that sounds good. The number was not 6. It's also not 4. I believe in you. You're narrowing down your options. Doesn't look like you have anybody fighting you. Oh, there you go. There you go. I was about to say, you don't have anybody fighting you, so you can take your time with it. The number was, in fact, 8. Congratulations. What would you like for your reading, Black Rabbit? You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick when it comes to guessing. Birthday read? Oh my god, is it your birthday too today? Or is it like your birthday's approaching? Is today also your birthday? Somebody else's birthday was today, so that's why I'm asking. Or is it like a it's coming up type of thing? Oh, so it's like it's this month? Okay. Yeah, we can do a birthday reading for you. Let's see what we got then for your birthday reading. So let me go ahead and snooze the ads. Shh, no ads, no ads. No, thank you. I wonder if we can finish the stream before I run out of snoozes. I never thought of a birthday read. Yeah, let's see what we got for you. What do the cards say is in store for your birthday? How long are the snoozes? The snoozes are 5 minutes each. I have 3 snoozes. I just used 1. So I have 2 more. So technically I should be able to put off the ads for 15 minutes. So we'll see if I can finish this in 15 minutes and raid out before the next ads kick in. Let's see, I gotta lock in. Let's see what we got for you. For your birthday reading. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Let's put these up on the screen for you. Starting with... Let me follow it up with... And then the final card is... There we go. All right, we got all the cards for you. In order of left to right, we have the reverse 7 of Swords. We have the reverse 9 of Wands. And we have the Queen of Coins. So we start with the reverse 7 of Swords. And it's actually very funny because the reverse 7 of Swords is the card of pure dumb luck. Just, you don't know how it's going to happen or what's going to happen, but it's going to work out. It's going to work out. It seems crazy. It seems ridiculous, but shit just kind of solves itself sometimes, you know? That's what the reverse 7 of Swords is about. It's like, you had no idea how this happened or how it worked out, but it worked out. And you know what? Who am I to argue, right? It worked out. So it's fine. Yeah, the pure dumb luck. Yeah, it really is. It's like, there's nothing else other than just pure RNG on this. It worked out though. So right from the start, very interesting card to pull right there. It's like, I mean, if it works, it works, you know? That's the vibes we're starting off with here. Also, hi, Tremor, welcome in. Then, interestingly, we follow it up with the reverse 9 of Wands. And the reverse 9 of Wands is, we mentioned this earlier in the stream because somebody else also got this card. It's very much like a card of, like, obstacles in the way. It feels like, you know, things are kind of like getting in the way of what you maybe initially wanted. It could be weakness, it could be, you know, sickness, whatever the case is. To me, this kind of reads like maybe you have like specific plans, things that you want to make happen. And it feels like the card's like, maybe that's not going to work because, you know, something's going to kick up, but things will still work, just maybe not in the way you initially expect, right? Something good will come out of this. I think something enjoyable, maybe even more enjoyable than you initially expected. But I think it kind of arises from the fact that things do not go according to plan, right? It's because things went askew from the track that you're able to take a new path and do a new thing instead, right? So things will still work out. That is the primary card. Things will still work out, but it feels like it's because things kind of went off track. Something went awry, you know, you hit a snag in the plan, right? But then we followed up with the Queen of Coins. And the Queen of Coins is somebody who is very generous, very nurturing. They have like this sort of like royal, sort of like graceful aura to them. You know, they have like, they're very much somebody who has the sense of like power and control to who they are and where they want to push themselves forward at. And I think because of that, you're able to sort of take hold of the situation. You're able to sort of wrangle it under control, really get everything set into place as it should be. And because of that, I think that helps lead you to better circumstances. When you're able to sort of like roll with the punches, go with the flow, but you have that stable core to you, which the Queen of Coins does have, like that strong sense of stability to them, because coins are earth and earth is stability. It feels like because you have like that stable foundation to you, nothing really shakes you, right? And that is for sure like what you want here, is that sense of like unshakable will that pushes you forward and helps you to adapt as needed, you know? So hi, wondering what's up? What's up? But yeah, so like it seems like things probably won't go according to your initial plan. I think you're definitely gonna have some sort of setback, but things will still work out. It'll still be a good day, I would say. Your adaptability, your strength is that you don't really let anything kick you down, right? Even if things don't go initially according to plan, I think you would still find a wonderful way to make things work for yourself, you know? I was like, oh my gosh, wondering, congrats on VIP. Look at you, look at you. Yeah, it'll work out for the better for sure. So don't stress too much if, you know, something happens or something gets in the way and things can't go the way you initially planned for your birthday. I still think it'll be a wonderful birthday. And in a way that maybe you couldn't have possibly planned for, you know? There's no way for you to have planned for that, but because of that, it worked out, you know? So just trust that, you know, if you go into it knowing that even if, you know, things don't initially go your way, it'll still be a great day. It'll still be a great day. But yeah, I hope that helps. Maybe that gives you some reassurance. There's something good the universe is still cooking for you at the very least. But the thing is, I didn't even plan anything, so let's see what happens. That makes it even funnier. We'll see what the universe has in store then. Fingers crossed. You got something good then. You'll have to keep me updated on what happens. But there you go. Yeah, I hope that helps, Black Rabbit. Fingers crossed. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday when it appears. And we officially have all the readings done. Yippee! We caught up on everybody. So, who is online? Who's up? Ooh, who should we raid? I'm thinking... let's raid this person, actually. There we go. So we're gonna raid Witch of the Hollows, who's currently doing some chit chats, all that good stuff. They're chilling, they're vibing. But yeah, so we're gonna raid them. Tomorrow we are playing more Virtue's Last Rewards. If you guys like visual novels, if you like escape the room games, hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for that. But if not, no worries. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And good night.